us the power of imagination. The power of imagination. Now, when we talk about imagination is an act of creating pictures in the mind. Imagination is an act of creating pictures in the mind, and imagination reflects your inner world. The kind of pictures you have created in your mind reflects your inner world, because a man has two worlds. Number one, the outer world. The outer world, and this consists of everything outside of the man. This is the tangible world. This is the world that can be seen, the world that can be felt, the world that can be touched. This is the physical world, the outer world of a man, world that can be seen. And then we have the inner world. This is the spiritual world. And this is talking about the imagination world, the mind of the man that physical eyes cannot see. The world of a man is his mind, his heart, his mind, his imagination. That consists of the spiritual world of a man. The outer world now is talking about all what that man is experiencing around him and inside him. Is subjected to what that has happened in that man's spiritual world, in his mind, in his heart, in his imagination. So what a man cooks up, what a picture the man can see in his mind controls what he will see in his outer world. No matter how the external forces try to trouble your outer world, if your inner world is intact, if you can maintain your peace, you are more than a conqueror. And that's why your inner world is important. Your mind is important. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Guard your heart, guard your mind with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Life and death is in the mind. Whether your outer world will be troubled is in your mind. It is insanity, right? For a man to be troubling his outer world. But that's what most people are doing today. Most people, they are the one putting themselves in bondage. Most people, they are the one putting their destiny in bondage. Most people, they are the one putting their business in prison. Most people, they are the one responsible for why their children are not doing well. Most people, they are the one responsible for why they have not even been able to get married. Most people are responsible for the state of their finance. Most people are even responsible for the state of their health. Why? Because they are the one troubling their outer world with the kind of the world that they have created on their inside. Now, how can a man trouble his outer world with his own inner world? Number one, harboring negative thoughts. Harboring negative thoughts. Building negative habits. Creating negative images. Some people, they have come to believe about this self-limiting thought that they cannot prosper. And you know what? Those people cannot prosper. No amount of prayer and fasting can stop that. They will try it and it will not work. Why? They have believed that they cannot prosper, and they can't prosper. Nobody can help them. Even God cannot help them. The only thing God can do to help them is bring them in contact with this kind of teaching that I'm teaching you today. That's the only help God can do for you. And I know as a result of this teaching, you wake up and change your thoughts. You change your thinking. Negative thought. Some people, they have come to believe that, when I get engaged to this person, 2 months it must break, and nothing can help them. Even if they got engaged to a pastor, Holy Ghost filled, a nice man, they will separate. Their thoughts, their negative thoughts, they are troubling their outer world. Because the life and the death of a man is in his mind. I say that again. It is in his mind. The success and the failure of a man is in his mind. A man cannot be greater than the content of his heart. You cannot be greater than the content of your heart. You cannot be greater than the images you are slashing on the canvas of your heart, of your mind, day in, day out. You cannot be greater than it. You cannot be greater than it. And that's to tell you that life is predictable. There are people that are saying life is not predictable. Life is predictable. It is, at least to certain extent, you can predict life. Seed time and harvest will not cease as far as the earth remains. Seed time and harvest will not cease. The kind of thought, the kind of pictures you are creating in your mind, seed time, those are seed time. You are planting seed, and the harvest cannot cease. Seed time and harvest time will not cease as far as the earth remains. That cycle will continue. So you create a negative thought, you're building negative habits, you're creating negative images. Be sure you are going to reap the wild wind of negativity in your life.